It says we're live. Yay.
Woo!
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for being here on this wonderful, wacky Monday morning.
Wacky.
I know. I know. It has been interesting to say the least. We were both just discussing the wild toilet paper debacle.
Oh my goodness.
It is wild. I don't know if anybody saw my thumbnail for this stream, but that was the toilet paper I found this morning. I called it the magic ticket. And I was like, and there was a man. So there was a man coming down the aisle while I'm like taking a picture of the toilet paper. And he's like, it's a good thing you took that picture. And I was all, yeah, it's kind of a joke. I'm going to send it to my friends and make them laugh and everything. And he's like, no, toilet paper is going extinct. Extinct. Yeah. I'm like, what is the word? Damn it. Toilet paper is going extinct. I was like, oh my goodness.
My brothers called me last night and they never called just to chat, and they talked for 20 minutes, and that's like a lot for them. Mm-hmm. And one of the stories they were telling me of this was this elderly lady like fighting people in the Family Dollar over some toilet paper, the last roll of toilet paper and the last thing of bottled water. She went off.
Yeah.
And like was calling him every name but the son of God. She went all the way off. I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, Mr. Man, he was showing me a video where there were women in Australia. Like this woman had a cart full of toilet paper, and this other woman was like, she had picked up a bundle of toilet paper off the shelf and was getting ready to walk, and the woman's daughter hit her, took the toilet paper from her and added it to their already full cart, and they started like a melee.
Oh
right?
My God.
Yeah. And she's the woman that's getting attacked is like, I just need one package of toilet paper. I have kids, I have this, I have that. She's like, can I please just have one package? And this woman is like, no, just straight up, nope, you can't. I got a whole cart full. And the manager had to come over and be like, bitch, give up some of that toilet paper.
That is crazy.
Oh, wow. Well, and her daughter bit this woman that just wanted one package of toilet paper. And I mean, if it was my daughter, granted, I did not hoard toilet paper. I think it's ridiculous to be hoarding toilet paper. If my daughter fist fought someone over toilet paper, I'd beat her ass, is what I would do.
I mean, that's crazy. Come on.
It really is. Yes.
Come on.
Yes, especially, and all the videos of these people being mean to grannies and the elderly, it's like, you know what? Those are the people who need the toilet paper, not you.
For real.
I know. Oh man, us and our toilet paper, which is why I had to put the toilet paper and the screwdrivers in the thumbnail this morning. I was just like, oh my goodness. Anyway, let's say good morning to everybody over here in the chat. Jennifer is here. Hello, good morning, Jennifer Brown. BC Brown Books is also here. Good morning. Good morning. We are definitely going to have like a Brown reunion, or not reunion, but like some kind of a Brown get together. I think it would be a lot of fun. We got lots of Browns. Francesca, good morning. I'm so happy to see you here.
Oh, I like that avatar.
Yeah, I know. I love black and white vintage pictures. Like
Me too.
Yeah. So I love going into antique stores, and as sad as it is that they're discarded pictures from people's history, I love finding them. And one of the things I was thinking about for my walls is, because eventually I'll have them covered because I don't want to paint over the walls, is getting vintage pictures and having like images of vintage people.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
I think
so pretty. Can you imagine that with like different kind of vintage Art Deco frames on them? Oh, that'd be so pretty.
yeah, that's what
That'd be
I
really
think.
pretty.
I think that would be wild, wild. So we have Devin. Good morning, Devin. I
Good
know. Look at
morning, Devin.
Francesca started like this whole thing. It's a real thing. Thank you for the inspiration. Devin's here. Good morning. We have wild Grayson. Good
Hi,
morning. Thank you for
Grayson.
being here. I know. I love Grayson. The other day, they said that my extra was perfect, was wonderful. So
Aw, it
thank you so much.
is.
I think it was the Naked Fireflies live stream, and we were talking about the things that people would make fun of us for. And I was talking about how I always get made fun of for being too skinny, too wild, too extra. So it didn't last forever. It did not last forever. We have Elizabeth Fairfax. Good morning. Thank
Good
you for
morning,
joining
Elizabeth.
us. We have Debbie. Good morning, Debbie. I think this is the first time I've seen you on my stream. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning,
I
Debbie.
hope that you
Debbie, did you
enjoy.
draw that yourself? I don't think I've asked you that before. I ask everyone about their avatars, mainly because once we pop them up on the screen, I can actually see y'all.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I know. Especially I watch a lot of streams like while I'm driving or while, I'm cleaning or whatever. And so when I see it, it's this teeny tiny little thing. Then I have to go to the channel and then I pop it up and I'm like, wow, that's really cool.
yeah, right. Like, oh, I can actually see that, and it's neat.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, the hubby to be isn't really into vintage. Well, that's a good compromise. Like my current husband, who I'm, going to keep for the long term, he
Keep them.
he loves taxidermy. And so when I met him, he was like, I have to warn you, I have some taxidermy on the wall. And I mean, I grew up with hunting families and stuff. But my aunt is like, no taxidermy in the living room, and he loves taxidermy in the living room. So I was like, you know what? You can have all the taxidermy in the living room and in your bedroom, and I get to do what I want with the rest of the house. And he was like, fair. So he has put up with some really off the wall things because I'm not a lot of women are like real picky about what they put in their house and how they decorate everything. I'm not me. I'm like, ooh, I like that. Put it on the wall. I have like no rhyme or reason, none whatsoever. So I'm glad that you guys can compromise. Good morning, Books with Kittens. I'm happy that you're here. And what's going on? Can we really finish our with kids home? So I have a door. Well, and it depends on how old your kids are. So I have a door. My mini monster is 14. She does not respect the door at all. So when she's home, I have to be very firm. Like, I'm working, the door is closed, do not interrupt me. So you might have to be firm unless you have small kids, and then that could possibly be a thing.
Womp womp.
Books with Kittens says hello. Oh, Discord, I don't want to see you, but thanks. I appreciate that. First time writing a long time. Well, I'm glad that you could join us to do some first time writing in a long time. Oh no, who's canceling? Devin was saying that their writing is suffering due to all the cancellations, like kids' school cancellation or people canceling their live streams cancellations.
Or like, I don't know. I mean, gosh, there's so many cancellations.
I know.
Like events, people, like there's places that are not allowing people to come into like restaurants and stuff. Like there's some type of mandate in New York City in Seattle and Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
For like going into the sit down restaurants, they're discouraging it.
Yeah.
Closures due to the virus, he said.
Yeah. Yeah. We went last night and got what will probably be our last sit down meal. We don't go to restaurants very often, but Mr. Mann wanted to celebrate 11 years. So we've been together for 11 years. We've been married for 10 years. And he gets more excited about the fact that we've been together for 11 years. So he actually remembers the exact date of our first date and like where we went and what we ate. Yeah. Like,
wow.
And I tell people all the time, he remembers the little things that I am like, what? So so he was like, hey, let's go celebrate our 11-year together over at the Outback. And I was like, okay, cool. So that we went and did that. And that'll probably be our last sit down meal in a restaurant until all this blows over. Because even while I was there, I was like, I don't know if this is safe.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Was there someone sitting near you who had a cough?
No. I just, me and my germ thing. So no. When I sat down, the waitress came over, and before I would take anything from her, I like looked at her. She appeared to be healthy. So I was like, okay, we're good. So
I see Very Bad Books came in like Typhoid Mary here.
Yeah. Good morning, Typhoid Mary. Very Bad Books. Oh my goodness.
That was probably in poor taste.
You should probably, I hope that you're coughing. Well, I mean, if you come in coughing, you better be coughing into your shirt, okay? Keep it to yourself. Oh man, Jeannie, no getting sick allowed. That's right. We are not allowing any sickness. So, and good morning, Barbara.
Good morning, Barbara.
That's a really nice avatar too.
Oh,
yeah, everybody's getting awesome avatars. What's going on
everything
here?
The supermarkets are closed now. We're not allowed to go out in groups. It's so strange. It really is.
Yeah,
it feels weird.
The governor asked that Arizonans not participate in gatherings of 50 or more people. So they've canceled mass and they've canceled a lot of events that go on in March, which is really sad. It's really, really sad, especially because it's Lent and Easter's coming soon. And so there's a lot of religious things that are being canceled, and it sucks.
Well, CJ was saying that her church is going to be doing like remote broadcasting. So maybe there'll be churches that'll turn to that.
Yeah. A lot of our cathedrals and stuff are going to be doing like broadcasts and stuff. Good morning, Michael. I'm glad to see that you're here. I hope that you are feeling well. Very Bad Book says that's everywhere. Yeah. You know what, though? Here's my thing. I have noticed that it has hit the coastal states pretty freaking hard. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if like maybe the ocean breeze is bringing it, which isn't good for you. So you just need to stay inside.
Well, you guys are like ports, right? So if people are traveling internationally, which granted they're not right now, but if they were, then they were going to stop on the coast.
Yeah, exactly.
Before going inland.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard, now I don't know if this is fact or not, but I did see on one of the local news networks that there was cruise ships who are not being allowed to come into port. And I was telling Mr. Mann, I was like, well, I guess they're just going to have the Coast Guard like drop supplies to them because they're on quarantine. Because I guess there are people on these cruise ships that are coming in sick. So, but don't quote me on that. I didn't do my fact checking. I'm just sharing what I saw on a local news station. So, yeah, should we?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, let's go ahead. We're going to start with a 20-minute. We're going to do 20-minute writing sprints today because we got some good writing stuff that needs to happen. And we will do it in 3, 2, 1, go. And that's time. Let us know how you did. How did you do?
I did a lot of like admin work, and I also realized that I can't find my planner. So I don't,
no.
And it just started raining.
Oh. Usually I love the rain. However, oh man, and I just realized that I completely forgot to have us introduce each other or ourselves. I guess I just gotten to the point where I'm like, hey, I know you guys. You probably most likely know me. These are the things that we do. Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
I have right now, right outside my window, I have this little male hummingbird who has been coming to my window every morning, and I think he's looking for something to drink. And so I know, and he's like right outside my window. Like if I opened the window right now, I could touch him. So I bought a hummingbird feeder and I am totally going to set it up for him. And I was a little concerned about the bees, but I was like, you know what? I'm sure the bees won't mess with the rabbits. The rabbits don't want to mess with the bees. I think everything will be fine. But yeah, he's beautiful. He's just the most beautiful hummingbird I've ever seen. So I'm like, yep, it's going up.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And also, I discovered in the last 20 minutes that when you are sort of like researching men's lips, you need to be very careful. I was like, right, because I was like, I'm trying to figure out, is there a difference between like how you would describe men's lips versus women's lips? So I put in there like masculine lip types, right? And all of a sudden, I mean, I got the CDC right here in front of me. I'm like, whoa, this is not what I was looking for.
Huh.
Yeah. I was like, holy smokes.
Does anyone, because I haven't described men's lips because it doesn't like, no one would care in a mystery. But is anyone else writing romance and has run across that?
Yeah, if you have, I would love to know where you went or how you describe your masculine lip types. I know, I was like, holy cow.
That is hilarious, but unnerving.
I know. Francesca, I live in southern Arizona, so it is like we don't actually have a winter. We have like maybe 2 weeks of really cold weather. So most of all of the rest of the country's beautiful birds come to us for the winter time. So we get to enjoy them. And these hummingbirds are amazing. So I love them. I love them so much. How is Oink doing? Oink is doing fabulous. She is outside with her dad right now, but of course I will bring her in closer toward the end of the stream because what is a live stream without an Oink? I know.
Oink is a dog, by the way.
Right.
Remember during Sarah's stream, Morgan was like, wait, Oink's a dog? We were like, oh yeah.
Yes.
Literally not everybody will know that.
Yeah. Well, and in the thumbnail that I made for today, I put the little the picture that Caro made for me with me and Oink in it. So I can't think of the word for it right now. I'm like,
what, chibi? Or
it's like it's not like a portrait. It's like a caricature of me and Oink. Like that's what I get for trying to word today. So all right. Oh, and I guess West Virginia still has 0 confirmed cases of this coronavirus.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know if that's necessary. I still think that it's because there hasn't been any testing.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine feels like she might have it and she's not sure and she wasn't able to get tested.
Right.
And I don't know.
Well, that's what my son-in-law called, or my son called me and his girlfriend. I'm like, I'm going to take the girlfriend and he can be my son-in-law. No, he called us yesterday and he had said that she's been sick with bronchitis for like 3 weeks now. And I was like, she needs to go in and be seen. And he's like, well, yeah, like 2 weeks ago, they said that she had bronchitis and they gave her this medicine, this cough syrup. It's not working. And I'm like, well, 2 weeks ago, they didn't really know what the heck was going on. They definitely didn't have any way of testing her.
Right.
Don't let this go on much longer. If it continues, go back and get tested and make sure. And in the meantime, you're 86th from my house. Okay, don't come here.
Tina saying you're not going to be spreading your vileness here. There's not enough Lysol in this house for you.
That is right. That is right. Oh my goodness. All right. So we have Grayson says your planner is playing hide and seek at the worst time. Yeah.
Right?
Most of my important stuff, after I've cleaned like my desk off, I can't find anything important. I'm like, why did I move that pile of important stuff? So Katya says that it is raining where they are as well. And thank you for joining us. Devin made lunch and ate it. I hope it was fabulous. It is not quite lunchtime here for me yet. Debbie is outlining the beginning of a story. I hope it is a fantastic story. Takes you on wild adventures. Francesca's struggling with chapter 10, but words were added. There are definitely times where I'm writing chapters and I'm just like, why won't this go anywhere? And I struggle with it. And I found that if I go back and I read like the chapter before or even 2 chapters before, I can see somewhere where there's like a hiccup and then I can fix and it starts to flow again. You got to find that hiccup. So hope that works or is helpful. Oh, Michael did 240 words in 5 minutes of outlining. Awesome. Grayson is wishing it was raining. I love the rain too. And we had 3 days of overcast. We had 2 days of good rain and I was in heaven. I was like, I think for the rest of the world, you have to experience like 2 years in the desert and then go back to where you came from and you will appreciate having frequent rain.
That's really true.
Nope. Hello, Nicole. Thank you for coming in.
Ooh, a
Got about 2 paragraphs.
That's
That's always fun. Action scenes. BC Brown Books edited and got 405 words. That's fantastic. Jeannie's having timeline conflict in this chapter. Yep.
Oh, I hate that.
Yep. Reworking the first chapter, got a late start, had to feed the cat. Yeah. Yes, cats are the boss. That is how the world works. Oh, and then we jumped. Oh, Devin knows exactly. Really cold in Arizona is 70 degrees. Yes, it is. No. Oh man, we got down to the teens a couple of mornings. Yeah, that's cold. But yeah, 70 degrees, you'll see me go get a sweater if it's 70. If it's like 40, I've got a parka on. So.
Oh my gosh. When I was visiting home a couple years ago, and I got off the plane in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it was in the 40s, and my body hadn't felt that in 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
If I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna die.
Oh
What
yeah.
is this? What
Yep.
is this?
I
Ah!
I when I go home, I usually go home like the end of July, the early part of August. And my uncle knows. He's got my little jacket ready for me because he knows as soon as the sun sets and that evening moisture sets in, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm fine. It's okay.
Right? My family was like, dang, Tamara. And I was like, I can't help it. What is going on? Why is it so cold here?
Oh, I know. Oh man. So it looks like BC Brown Books is here in Arizona as well. That's awesome. That is awesome. I didn't realize there were so many Arizonans in AuthorTube. Uh, okay. Michael calls a lip. There's no difference. Well, yeah. I guess I figure, I don't know. I guess there is no difference between man lips and female lips and women's lips. I guess it's just the shape of the face, or maybe it's a beard. I don't know. I thought there might be a difference or a different way of describing them. But when I went, I didn't get the beautiful, sexy pictures I was hoping for. In fact, if you never want to kiss another human being again, go search for man lips. Oh, and Nicole says she never really described them differently since it's a romance. Yeah. I got a thing for man lips. I don't know. Got lots of lip action going on.
Wow.
I know. Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious.
Awesome. I'm so glad that I was helpful for you. Sometimes things come out of my mouth and I'm like, man, I hope that was helpful. So awesome. Yeah. Yeah. First drafts can be frustrating. And then I always am like, gosh, I just want to be done with this. And then I finish and I set it down and I walk away for a little while. And then I come back and I'm like, oh, I could have totally done this better. Oh, and I could have totally done that one better. And oh my goodness. And then I'll send it in and then I start getting feedback like from betas. And I'm like, oh, thank you for giving me permission to actually write my book. There's just something about that interaction where you're like, oh, okay, I can totally get this done. I can totally do this.
It's really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And Debbie is in Arizona too. Woohoo! More
Whoa.
people from the Sunshine State.
Once we're past this whole virus thing, you guys should have like a meetup.
Like an Arizona author tube group meetup. Yeah.
Yeah, just like
We could
meet up at a coffee shop or something.
Yeah. But Arizona is a very large state, so it wouldn't surprise me if we got a lot of people up north. I know that there's actually a NaNoWriMo group that meets here in Tucson. And so maybe one of these days I'll have to show up and be like, look at me, I'm a real human. And I'll bring Oink too. So, but yeah, on that note, should we start another one?
Sure.
All
I'm
right.
into it.
Let me get this started. I know, because now I got to go write about these sexy, kissable man lips.
Sexy man lips.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's my job. I got to get it done. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. That is time. How did you do?
I did more admin stuff.
Very cool. That is
But I really want to write this next one.
very important stuff. Yeah, but you got to do the admin stuff first because, that's what makes all the gears in the machine turn. I know. And I realized that like between cutting and pasting, the 300 words that I had written weren't matching up with the story that I'm currently working on. So I went back and I found where I made the mistake. So now I'm trying to like fit all the pieces together so that it makes sense. Cause they're like, this doesn't really go here. I'm like, that shouldn't even be there. Of course it doesn't go there. It was deleted. But so yeah. So I'm glad that I found that mistake because now I can get it fixed.
And if you guys are wondering, she's referring to Kara's video that she did for the word stock collab that I have a video in as well. So you guys should check it out. There's 16 videos and it's a bunch of us talking about how to create good openers or better openers for stories. And I recommend it. I watched all of them and I'm positive I learned something from everybody. So.
Oh yeah. I thought that they were amazing. It was an amazing idea. So it's cool that we can all get together and help each other like that. So we BC Brown Books is saying that we should totally live stream a get together of Arizona author tubers sometime. I am totally on board. I am a germaphobe, and so it would definitely have to be postponed until the green light is given that the plague of 2020 has passed. So,
well, even if you weren't a germaphobe, I think that's just a responsible way to do things.
Right. I think it's humorous. I have to make fun of myself because, I'm like, I don't know if this fork is clean. I know. Last night was definitely the last time I'll be going out to eat for a while since they wouldn't let me do my own dishes. So
listen, I'm not even a germaphobe. And we got fast food yesterday and I was like, I was looking at the guy with the side eye like, are your hands clean?
Yep. Oh man, I do that all the time. I'm like, well, I was telling a story the other day where we had gone to Dutch Bros. Minnie Monster and I had gone to Dutch Bros. And the girl that was taking orders, she had a red nose. She was sneezing, coughing, wiping her nose. And she approached my car and I gave her $1. I tipped her $1 and I asked if someone else could please take my order. And I explained to her that I've got a germ phobia, and she was very polite. She was, very understanding, but it was just kind of like, at that point in time, their things weren't closed down and people weren't taking it as seriously. But I was like, here's your money. I appreciate your service, but I need somebody else to come and do my thing,
I still think that the management must have been asleep because that was just a bad call.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't have possibly been the only one who was like nervous,
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
So it looks like Michael Edward McPhee is inviting me and 3 other Arizonians to Ontario. But from some of the other comments, it looks like Canada is closing its borders to non-citizens, which, I don't blame them. Once the green light is given, we can talk about traveling more. Okay. I'm all for it. So Mishka is here. Thank you for joining us. And Cachet is here. Good morning and good evening. I know that I'm from all over the place. I hope you guys are feeling well and staying healthy. Haley has joined us. She decided to come in instead of having a extra crisis by yourself. Yeah, that's a good thing. Never do it alone. We're all here for
Yeah,
each other.
you can share your crisis with us.
That's right. Share all the good things with us. Make the art. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
What kind of art are you going to work on?
Yep. Michael has confirmed the government of Canada just announced that they will have limits on non-citizens. I went, Elijah and I went and donated blood the other day, and we literally walked through the front door. They took our temperature. And then before we could go back to the donation station, they took our temperature 2 more times. So it's no joke. They are like making sure everybody's, doing their thing. Even though I don't think that my temperature changed much from like the 20 feet that I had to walk from between each station.
That's being very, very careful.
I know. Well, I mean, maybe because, you sit down, you fill out the paperwork, and then you go to the next station, I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Jeannie's trying to stay warm. I heard that in some parts of the country where they are getting dumped with snow. So,
well, that'll help people not want to
go outside.
Go places,
Yeah. Michael got 82 new words in 10 minutes of outlining. Awesome. Excellent. Oh, and BC Books was saying that's the first time Canada has closed its borders. Yeah, it's some seriousness. Grayson broke down my character's grieving and what stage of the process he's at and how it's affecting his body. That's awesome, because that's real. That is like real life right there, Like after I lost, so in December, I lost my cousin who is the same age as my children, and I actually participated in raising her. Because she grew up with my children. And I lost her suddenly. And I can tell you that not only did it affect me mentally and emotionally, but it affected me physically. Like I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I mean, grief is a real monster. And that's awesome that you're taking the time to break that down and make it real for your story. That's,
remember how you were sick and it was like so prolonged?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That contributed a little to that.
Oh yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Because it was all of a sudden that was a bad time. I'm glad that I had my friends though, because if it hadn't been for my friends, I'd probably be still laid up in bed.
We gotcha.
That's right. Oh, the Naked Firefly is here. Thank you for joining us. I know I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss anyone.
It looks like folks are having a little bit of trouble with the stream running.
Oh, really?
The comments, yeah. They were saying that they like Jeannie said that she wasn't getting the comments, and a couple of people said they had to like reload it to get it to work. See if it's working over here.
Oh, like YouTube's not working well, or?
Yeah, I think it's a YouTube thing. I don't think it's anything that you can do.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
Yeah.
They were saying something about washing bananas. Oh, Francesca's saying they recommend to wash even bananas and then wash your hands. Like you just cut jalapeno peppers and had to remove your contact lenses. Oh, I wear gloves when I do jalapenos. Now I'm going to have to like wear gloves to eat my food.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's getting real up in here.
Yeah, I am so allergic to capsaicin. It's not even funny. So Haley Spence said Chinese food dinner was our last thing before we boxed ourselves in. Yep. And they gave us way more food than and patience than they usually do. That's nice of them.
Oh man, I want some Chinese.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
crab
yeah.
ragoon sounds really good. Which is
Yeah.
odd. It should not sound good to me. It's like 8:30 in the morning, and I'm like,
Yeah. You know, it
Chinese sounds
doesn't
delicious.
it doesn't matter what you eat for breakfast as long as you eat breakfast.
That's true.
Yeah. I always that because it's like, well, and Minnie Monster could tell you some science about that statement, but she's not here, so we're just gonna have to take my word for it. It works.
Man, why
Oh
is
yeah.
this thing
Oh,
charging?
and like Costco has these new like Thai noodles. It's ramen noodles, but the seasoning is more of like an oil-based seasoning packet instead of the dry seasoning packet. And it is so good. And I was like, there's no way this tiny little packet of noodles is going to fill me up. I'm not even kidding you. This tiny little package of noodles, it like hits your belly and explodes because yeah, you are full. It's amazing. So, Key has joined us. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, yes, you always want to have what you can't have. So
This
Chinese
is
for
true.
breakfast.
We don't have any Chinese in the house.
Yep.
Guess we'll just have to have oatmeal once we're done.
Hey, oatmeal is good too. So I had to go grocery shopping in the morning. It was hard to stay 6 feet. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can't stay 6 feet away from anything in a grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm looking forward to it.
you know what I was thinking? So I heard somewhere that they were saying that takeout, like you can only get drive-through and curbside in some parts of the country. And with all of these new apps and everything, I think that's actually a wonderful idea. If you order your groceries and your supplies online and then you drive there and you pick it up, that way you're not going into the store, you're not contaminating, nobody's contaminating you. And as long as management is awake and making sure that their employees are healthy,
Right.
it's less potential for more contamination. So I thought that was a really good idea. And
It's smart.
I would totally be on top of it. I'd be like, yeah, I don't want them coming to my house with groceries, like the whole like Go Puff or something like that, this little snack shop. No, I'd much rather drive there, pick it, and then, have them bring it to me instead of, because that way that other people have seen them. So,
Right.
okay, we're not done. So you are not late. You are just in time.
I'm glad to hear that you've ended your chemo.
Oh, I know. I hope it was the best glass of wine and that you celebrated. A little hungover. Absolutely. You deserved it. Cheers. So, well, Haley's saying that one of her grocery stores has a seniors only hour. And it should be that,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And
That
with
is awesome.
Yep, and with all of these ignorant people who are becoming aggressive and actually physically assaulting the elderly over freaking toilet paper, absolutely, I applaud your grocery store. Yeah, Safeway has delivery runs. I know that like the local grocery stores here, some of them have deliveries and some of them you can order from.
Yeah. The Walmart closest to us has a pickup.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do that too.
Yes, post chemo drinks are the best drinks. Cheers. Cheers. So that is awesome. Well, are you ready? Do you want to do another one?
Heck yeah.
All right, let's get this going. I know, because I gotta solve the problem I have created for
I'm down
myself.
clam.
Oh boy. I know. One of these days. I clowns scare me, but one of these days we will clown around.
One of these days.
Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let the circus begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Do, 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 do. That's so
Oh my
funny.
goodness. I know.
Aw. That's nice.
I got totally carried away with what I was writing and missed the timer. But it was good. It was good writing. That's what
That's
counts.
awesome.
I don't know. How did you do?
I so I have 2 chapters that I'm trying to shape up so I can give to betas, hopefully today. And I'm working on the first chapter, and I'm like tightening things up, deleting some stuff, just making the story tighter, adding
Mm-hmm.
a few things here and there, just trying to figure out some details that I think that I'm missing, but
Right.
can add, and just trying to make it a better reading experience.
Awesome.
I'm enjoying writing this story though, so
Yeah.
hopefully my betas will enjoy reading it.
Well, I am sure they will, and they look forward to getting it in their hot little hands. The one thing that I really like about beta reading is like you get little chunks and you get to the end and you're just like, well, now what? What's happening? What's
What's
going?
coming next?
I know. It's like I know my great grandmother used to tell me that like in the newspapers they would have like weekly little stories, and
Yeah.
so yeah, you would read your little story and then you'd have to wait an entire week to find out what happens next. And I was like, that would be so awesome. I would totally buy a newspaper to like have my little weekly, drama or mystery or whatever the case may be.
That's how Sherlock Holmes was originally written. I can't remember if it was newspapers or magazines, but it was like a I can't remember the word. The thing where you have a thing and you post a piece of it and it continues.
Is it I have no idea. Is it like
A
like what
serial.
CJ is doing? That's what.
Yeah, like a serial. S
Yeah.
E R I A L. Not like Lucky Charms.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I am.
I'm just
It's
glad to
time.
be here.
I know it's time to start talking about food anyway, because it is lunchtime. Well, not for you, not quite.
Yeah, for me it's breakfast time.
I know. I've got 10 minutes to lunchtime, and I think Mini Monster left me some Frosted Flakes. But at the same time, this little hummingbird keeps like coming up to my window. It's also my window is tinted, so I think he can see his reflection.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so he might be coming to check out the competition as well. It's like, no,
that's
bird.
cute.
I know. I know. I've been having a lot of fun with him, so he will definitely be getting some sweet water here pretty quick. Oh, Morgan Lee has joined us. Hello, hello, and Heather has joined us. It's good afternoon for you guys because you're east of me, so good afternoon. And BC Brown Books, she says, I am beta reader for somebody and got 5 pages read and commented on. That's totally cool. In 20 minutes. I like to read the whole thing first. So I read the whole thing first and then I go back and I reread it because I've noticed that I'll read it the first time and then when I go back to read it the second time, I catch more stuff. And I'm like, oh, very interesting. So I think that's how a lot of people do, but maybe not. Serial, lots of books were published that way. Yeah. And Heather's saying, I think a Christmas Carol was published that way.
It probably
Maybe.
was.
Yeah, I think that would have been a great way to publish it, since there's, you got each spirit that visits Scrooge, a great way to fill in the whole 12 days of Christmas or whatever. I have one day of Christmas. I can't afford 12. Okay.
12's a lot. A lot of expectations with 12.
I know. Mini Monster was like, how come we don't celebrate 12 days of Christmas? I'm like, well, you don't have a job and I can't afford it. So oh man.
Mama keeping it real.
Always, always. Somebody told me when I first had Elijah, someone told me that we tell our children's lies and we think all the time how sweet these little lies are and how fun it is. And really, it's a lie. So we teach our kids not to lie, but we're constantly lying to them about these fantastical things. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of a way to look at it. And she was like, so if you're lying to them about these fantastical things, what makes them think you're not lying to them when you tell them that you love them? So I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, hey, look, this is the reality of it, okay? Mama has to pay for all the good things, and we're going to have lots of good things, and we're going to have fun with our good things. But trust me, don't be asking Santa Claus for no like $5,000 gaming system or whatever, because he's going to have to break your little heart, all right? Santa's on a budget this year. And they've never, they have never been like, oh, Mom, how come you never did the whole Santa Claus thing or these fantastical. And I'm like, well, we did. We just did it differently. You didn't ever, like, I remember being a little girl and like Christmas Eve was exciting because I knew in the morning there'd be presents, but then it was terrifying because some stranger was coming into my home. It was like, well, how's he going to get here? Then you hear the stories. He comes through a chimney. We don't have chimneys. Does my mom leave the door unlocked? Because that's not safe. But I don't know. That's why I have a lot of anxiety, guys. Don't lie to your kids. Okay. Oh, man. That went a lot. Oh, the last sprint. Yeah, the last sprint did go by really fast. I really like the 20-minute sprints. It's like you can get a lot of work done and they go by so fast, And the 15-minute sprints, it's almost like you get started and then right in the middle of whatever you're working on, it's done. So,
yeah. And with 20-minute sprints, it kind of takes me a couple minutes to get into the mindset to do it. So I need those like couple extra minutes and then I can zero in on what I need to do.
Oh, yeah. Michael read a book. He needs a bit more of a break. Yep. Sometimes you got to distract your brain to get all the good works in. He is still working on the outline to chapter 1 of a new project. Are you going to be working on this project for the Camp Nano? Are you guys, who's doing the Camp Nano next month?
I'm doing it. Are you doing it?
No. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence. Like, I guess it's not as stressful as actual Nano. I could totally try because it's just like basically like working on a project that you're going to be working on later, right? Yeah. Because I've never really done a successful Camp Nano. Are you going to have a cabin?
Maybe.
Okay.
But the cabin can only have like 12 people, so
right.
It'll be like a little group,
a small group.
Mm-hmm.
Heather posted about my live on Thursday. That's good advertising. The kid helped me. That's totally awesome. Involving the kid. I love involving my kids. I have to give thanks to Athena, who told everybody to come to my live stream because I didn't even advertise it until it was almost time. I'm terrible. So all of you guys that can actually, get your stuff out on time for people to know about it, awesome. Key is not doing nano, just doing it. Need a little break from the work in on book 4. Right on. Very cool. What did I miss? Did I miss the first part of this? Mishka is okay. Is Mishka thinking about doing nano? I think that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Nicole she says, yes, I agree. 20 minutes seems more productive. I need the extra 5 minutes to get reacquainted. Absolutely. Grayson is doing camp. Barbara, Camp Nano, first time in a nano thingy. Well, I hope you have fun.
I like it. I think it's a good time.
Lots of people have fun. I'm kind of like, I'm one of the, I love doing the things and I love being part of the group and everything. I'm always doing so many things that I commit to something and then all of a sudden the whole world falls apart and I'm like, okay, this has got to go on the back burner while I glue all the rest of this stuff back together again. That's why I'm always on the fence. I'm like, I don't know. Nisha is thinking about it. Probably will sign up. And Jeannie says I may do camp. Is the site still wonky? You probably know that better than me.
I've only looked at it. I haven't navigated around it. I'll look at it right now.
Oh, check. See, Misha and I are on, but I've had a very bad run at actually following through. You and I are on the same page. Yes. Yeah. I got so much going on that I'm like, okay, well, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know. Key is not doing Camp Nano. That's right. Francesca, hundreds of geese are flying by. Oh, that's got to be so awesome. And are they like honking and stuff? That would be so cool. I miss the geese. Cool. Yeah. I'm not doing it officially. Okay, Michael's not going to do it officially, but I'll follow along with people. Yeah. Like I don't officially do nano, but during the nano camps and the actual November nano, I make sure that my live streams are on time and that I'm doing them because, you know, I want to encourage all the campers and the nanoers to do good. Shannon's doing camp.
Let's see.
Oh, what happened?
Okay, cool. So if you're looking at, if you go to the NaNoWriMo site, there's like a bar at the top and it says, are you doing camp? And you click on it and you're able to create your project and your goal. And you can do either a writing or an editing goal. So that's cool.
That's really cool. And Jennifer Brown is doing camp. I don't know if I say good morning or good afternoon to you, Jennifer. I think you snuck in under the radar. I'm glad that you are here. And BC Brown Books would be interested. She's going to be working on a paranormal mystery.
Ooh.
Chloe and Sandy are streaming an hour from now, 4 Eastern. Cool. Now I feel bad because I'm like, Chloe and Sandy.
Chloe?
Yeah. I was going to say, if you can, go ahead and put the link to their stream in the comments.
There's a link now for where you can add the project's Pinterest and the project's playlist. So that's fun.
Oh, right on. Grayson just joined a cabin for LGBT plus fantasy writers. Excited. Awesome. Everybody wants to join your cabin. See, you're like so popular. Okay, good. I'm glad that I didn't forget anybody. And Francesca says, geese are loud. Yeah, spring awaits. You know, I used to live in Washington State, and on the peninsula that I lived on, they had geese. And being from Arizona, especially southern Arizona, we don't have geese here. And so the first time I heard them, I thought, oh my gosh, and I just wanted to get as close as I possibly could to them. And thankfully, a local was like, no, don't approach the geese.
Yeah, geese are nice. They're not known for being sweet.
Yeah, I did not know that. So yes, if you can, go ahead and put the link in the comments so that everybody can find them. And Elizabeth is sharing her nano name. Awesome writer. Awesome. The Naked Firefly says that she does not miss geese. I'm not entirely sure what you want to join. The group that the cabin that Grayson's in. You guys need to get together and hash that out. All right. Well, Francesca says that nap time is over. So you're very, very welcome. I appreciate you being here. And I think, should we do another sprint? Do you want to do another sprint? Are you good for today, or?
Let's see what everyone wants to do in the comments, because I'm down if they're down.
Because BC Brown Books, hers is starting in 30 minutes. Her stream starts in 30 minutes. So I was going to say,
maybe we should end it, and then we can have enough time to grab some grub before her stream starts.
Yep. Because I'm really glad that you reminded me, because I am an airhead like that, and I forgot. That's why I can't do nano stuff, because I am an airhead and will forget.
You are fine. Everything's fine. There's no worries.
Right on. Well, yeah, definitely keep working, Key, and you can head on over to BC Brown Books for some more sprints. And I'm sure that I will be there and, in the comments and trying to figure my life out. So
here, I'll add the link.
Okay.
Because if she's not an admin, or not an admin, moderator, then it won't show up.
Oh, okay.
Am I a moderator? I'm not a moderator. You add the link.
You should be a moderator. You've always been blue on my. What? Can I do that from?
Okay, you have to do it on the. So I put the link in the private chat, so you can.
Okay. I'm like,
that happened the other day during my stream. The Naked Firefly was like, "What happened? Did I lose my wrench?" And I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah. Am I? You know what? I'm probably gonna have to go back and fix that. Because you should. Yeah. Well, I mean. I get it. It's just kind of frustrating because you expect it to be the same all the time, and when YouTube does wonky things, like change things, like some of the channels that I was subscribed to, I wasn't getting the notifications to, and even though my the bell was actually rang, it wasn't ringing me.
It's a wonky system.
Yeah,
what can we do?
I don't know. All right. Well, there's the link. I hope that they have made it clickable. If not, you can just click on her little face thing. I can't remember what they're called. We were just talking about them.
I don't know. I just call them avatars because I'm, old.
Yep. And yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. We're going to get our old asses out of here and go get some lunch. Well, anyway, tell them who you are and where to find all your good stuff.
Hey, y'all. My name is Tamara Woods. I'm Cozy Mystery Author, and you can find me over on my channel. And I do my live streams every Thursday at 2 p.m. and Eastern. And I just posted a video on my channel yesterday, and I think it was kind of late for some people. So if you haven't checked it out, please do. I really enjoyed making it. Okay, that's all.
Awesome. And I am Dana Gollin. I also write under the name Ava Fox. I completely forgot my Oink, but next time I promise she will be in our stream. You can go over to my website, danagollinwrites.com, and you can get all of my goodies there, or you can check out my YouTube channel and see more videos of my pets and all the other good stuff that's going on. I really appreciate everybody being here today. Stay healthy, keep writing, and enjoy the rest of your Monday over on BC Brown Books. Stream in like 20 minutes or so. No, yeah, 20 minutes. All right, I will see you guys later.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.